Inspector Forro, mag-isip-isip ka muna ha, bago ka sumagot ha.
Sir,
Kasi Mr. Chairman, ako, tingin ko, itong taong to, may kinalaman. So, mag-ingat-ingat ka, Inspector. Inspector Forro, no? Kasi, kapag hindi mo inayos yung mga sagot mo dito, sisiguraduhin namin sa susunod, maiiwan ka dito sa kongresong ito.
Padating doon, Your Honor, tinanong niya ako nilagay mo ba sa isang selda yung mga PDL at saka yung...
Sino nagtanong sa'yo?
Si Sir Jerry. Tinanong niya ako.
Alam mo, kanina kausap mo yung isa na inutusan niya, tapos ngayon sasabihin mo siya. Alam mo, Mr. Chairman, stop talking. No? I think this person, Mr. Chairman, is also lying. And I think this is the person that they contacted inside.
I wanted to answer the questions, Mr. Chair. I have a daughter waiting for me who attempted to kill herself 3 times. I cannot leave her, Mr. Chair. She's waiting for me. I will answer all your questions, Mr. Chair. With regards to my travels, that's the real answer. I do not know why my visa was canceled, Mr. Chair.
Colonel Padilla, I still remember the last time that, the first time that we have invited you here, you have mentioned si Inspector Forro. Sinabi niya that kayo ang nag-order, but in your affidavit, sinabi mo that na out of loop ka na doon sa usapan. Di ba? Meron kasi binabanggit na ganito, di ba, na hindi mo na nalaman. At as a matter of fact, andun ka sa quarters mo nung mangyari yung krimen,
Yes,
di ba?
Your Honor. It was happened Saturday and it was my rest day.
At ang binabanggit mo during that time, kasi nga, ang sinasabi namin yung command responsibility, di ba? Pero you were insisting, not executing pa yung second affidavit mo, you were insisting that it was indeed yung si guard commander, si Forro, ang siyang nag-order na ilipat yung 2 PDL kasama nung 3 Chinese. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, it was written in the blatter logbook by the ship commander.
And I got yung blatter report mo na nandito. Di ba? Kasi you submitted it to us nung kinuha ko. At ang sinasabi mo na hindi mo na alam yung naging desisyon because apparently it took you so long para implement yung order nila. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
At in other words, parang sinasabi mo dito na tong si Inspector Forro acted on his own. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Can we invite Forro? Can you kindly sit down here? Ay, oo nga. Sorry, sir. Sorry, Chairman. Tapusin ko na po ito. Inspector Forro, kasi sinasabi mo during that time na si Colonel Padilla ang nag-utos sa'yo. Pero sa kanyang affidavit na sinumpaan ngayon, sinasabi niya na hindi niya na nalaman yung order kasi nga nainip na sila doon sa usapan na i-implement niya yung pagpatay doon sa 3. And according to him, ikaw ang nagdesisyon. Now, ngayon, ang tanong ko sa iyo, Inspector Forro, sino nag-utos sa iyo? Since hindi ka inutusan ni Colonel Padilla, sino ang nag-utos sa iyo para papasukin yung 2 PDLs kasama yung 3 Chinese nationals?
Si Superintendent Padilla po, Your
Paninindigan mo pa rin?
Honor. Opo.
Ha?
Opo, Your Honor.
Talagang ang sasabihin mo si Colonel Padilla pa rin?
Yes, opo, Your Honor.
Ha? So, meron kang written order coming from General Padilla?
Verbal order po, Your Honor.
What?
Verbal order po.
Ano na? Verbal?
Verbal order po, yes.
O how can you prove to us na yung verbal utos sa iyo? Paano mo papatunayan sa amin?
Ang totoo po yan, Your Honor, mayroong siyang inutusan na empleyado rin po.
Sino yung inutusan niya?
Si Officer Landro Hasim.
Okay.
Nung ginawa ko yung report ko, Your Honor, sa office, nung nadala na sa loob yung mga Chinese, dumating itong si Landro Hasim sa akin, sa opisina. Sabi niya, sir, mayroong instruction si Sir Jerry. Ipagsamin sa isang silda yung Chinese at saka yung 2 PDL natin. Dahil doon, tinawag ko ngayon yung ship commander, Mr. Villajos. Sabi ko, sabi ko sa kanya, ilagay mo sa isang silda yung 3 Chinese at saka yung 2 PDL natin, si Mudadaro at saka si Tan. Tapos doon, Your Honor, nung natapos ko na yung report ko, kasi nga Sabado man yun, hindi man hapon na, yung mga confiscated items na na-confiscate, dinala ko doon sa bahay ni Sir Jerry
Okay,
Padilla.
Inspector Forro, in the hierarchy of the decision making, pang-ilang ka sa
Pangatlo po,
magdidesisyon?
pangatlo, Your Honor.
Pangatlo ka.
Opo.
Ang deputy si Quinto.
Opo.
Di ba?
Yes, Your Honor. Opo.
Ngayon, sinabi sa iyo nung taong yon,
Yes, Your
di ba,
Honor.
na ilipat yung dalawa doon sa Chinese.
Yes, Your Honor.
Bilang the 3rd highest ranking official doon sa colony. Bakit hindi mo sinabi kay Quinto? Ba't hindi mo siya kinausap?
Noong panahon na yun, Your Honor, on leave, dito sa
Sino on leave?
NBP na yun si...
Sino on leave?
Sa NBP noon na may OB pala si si Quinto, Pialis Quinto,
Oh.
siya, naka-OB sa NBP, kaya wala siya. Noong panahon na yun,
At
Your
ito
Honor.
naman,
Si Sir Jerry, doon sa bahay nila.
ba't hindi mo siya tinawagan?
Hindi, pagkatapos yun, Your Honor,
Oh.
ito, pagkatapos na bigyan ko ng instruction yung ship commander, mayroon ng
Hindi,
instruction...
tanong ko lang sa iyo,
Opo,
Aporo,
opo.
bakit hindi mo siya tinawagan? Since andun naman pala siya sa quarters, ba't hindi ka nag-report sa kanya?
Your Honor, please.
Alam mo, Inspector Poro, mag-isip-isip ka muna ha, bago ka sumagot ha.
Sir,
Kasi
pwede-
Mr. Chairman, ako, tingin ko, itong taong to may kinalaman. At dahil hindi na nga ma-implement, at ayaw nang implement ni Colonel Padilla, ayaw na implement ni Colonel Padilla, kaya nga niya pinatagal, ito ang taong itong kinontak para mag-implement doon sa loob. So, mag-ingat-ingat ka, Inspector. Inspector Poro, no? Kasi kapag hindi mo inayos yung mga sagot mo dito, sisiguraduhin namin sa susunod, maiiwan ka dito sa kongresong ito. Okay?
Sir,
Sige,
pwede
Mr.
po
Chairman, maraming
Thank you.
salamat.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez.
You want to speak?
Yes, Your Honor, pwede bang papaliwanag lang po?
Anong sasagutin mo?
Kasi nung una, di ba natapos ko na yung report ko, may instruction na dalhin ko sa bahay ni Sir Jerry yung mga confiscated items. Pagdating doon, Your Honor, tinanong niya ako nilagay mo ba sa isang silda yung mga PDL at saka yung...
Sino nagtanong sa'yo?
Si Sir Jerry. Tinanong niya ako,
Alam mo, kanina, kausap mo yung isa na inutusan niya, tapos ngayon sasabihin mo siya.
paghatid
Alam mo,
ko po-
Mr. Chairman,
Sir,
stop talking. No? I think this person, Mr. Chairman, is also lying. And I think this is the person that they contacted inside. Because, pwede siya, he is the 3rd highest ranking official. Makakarekta ka na Andun siya Ba't hindi mo nirekta? Ito ang missing link natin dito, Mr. Chairman. Itong si Inspector Poro. And ingatan mo pagsasagot mo dahil mamaya tatanungin ka pa namin ulit. Mr. Chairman, that's it muna for the meantime.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez, for your very short interjection. So tuloy ko lang. Tuloy ko lang ulit yung isang tanong ko kay... Kasi kanina nung tinanong ko si Colonel Garma kung ano yung maaaring motibo ni Jimmy Fortaleza at saka ni Colonel Superintendent Padilla, ang sinagot mo, correct me if I'm wrong Colonel Garma, ang sinagot mo ay dahil sila ang most guilty. Tama ba yun? Sinabi mo?
Mr. Chair, it appears nung nanood ako nung first, was that first
So yun
or
ang
second?
basihan mo kung bakit sila si Colonel Padilla ang guilty, the most guilty.
The way po tumakbo yung committee hearing, that's how I assess.
And because you think that Colonel Padilla is the most guilty, naguhugas siya ng kamay kaya niya binanggit at saka si Colonel Leonardo?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yun ang basihan mo.
Yes, Mr. Yun ang tingin ko po sa sitwasyon during that time. Nanonood po ako, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige. Maraming salamat. The next to interpolate is Congressman Zia Alonto Adjong. You are recognized.
A'udhu billahi minasyaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Before I ask my question, I'd like to first make a request, Mr. Chair. I was listening to the line of questioning and the exchanges between Representative Chino Almario when he was asking about the affidavit of Mr. Fortaleza. Mr. Jimmy Fortaleza, tama po yung pagkarinig ko that GM Garma called you and told you in exact words, no, dun sa affidavit mo, na tulungan sila kasi meron silang ipapagawa sa iyo.
Wala sir, walang ganyan na tulungan sila.
Sino po yung tumawag kanina na yung you were saying about a phone number or text?
Actually sir,
Ano po yung text? Di ba sa affidavit mo? Text ba yun o tawag? Ikaw ba?
ano na yun sir, later part na yun.
Oh yeah.
Yes sir.
So, yun nga. That's what I'm trying to ask you.
Ang hingi lang ni, ang una sir, yung tawag ni Colonel Garma, ang sabi niya sa akin, Bok, okay na, nag-usap na kami. Ako na bala, may mga tao kami dyan sa loob. Then, ang next niya na request sa akin, sabi niya sa akin na baka pwede daw dalhan ng pagkain yung mga tao nila na Bartolina.
Was this intimated to you through text, tawag, or in person?
Tawag po, Your Honor.
Tawag.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, tawag. So, Mr. Chair, I think GM Garma, just to be fair, she denied that ever making that calls to Mr. Fortaleza. And Mr. Fortaleza, in response to the denial of GM Garma, said that he had the number. Kasi tinanong po kanina ni Congressman Chino Almario kung nag-pop up o nag-appear yung pangalan doon sa cellphone. Mr. Chair, I know this happened couple of years ago, but there's in fact a way for us to really confirm and determine whether these calls were made. Just to prove that isa sa kanila ang nagsasabi ng totoo. Because if we rely on their the testimony, it's his words against his. So may I request, Mr. Chair, that we request, if possible, no? I don't know how they can retrieve this, but there's a way to retrieve those calls, because I believe the NTC or the Telcom might be able, they can help us in order to secure or at least to confirm whether these calls were ever made in the time that Mr. Fortaleza told this committee that it happened sometime during I think 2016, when these 3 foreign nationals, Chinese nationals, were killed inside the Davao penal colony, Mr. Chair. So I move,
Yeah,
Mr.
okay.
Chair, I move that we request from NTC a record
Yes.
of that call, of that text, and of that number to verify whether such calls were even been made, Mr.
Okay, ComSec, you are directed to coordinate with the telco and the NTC as to the records of the phone call made in 2016 on those dates that was mentioned in the affidavit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Now, I would like to ask, direct my questions to
Congressman Adyong, just for a moment. What is this about?
It's all about the phone.
It is about...
With the indulgence of Congressman Adjong, just a short question lang po. Former Major Fortaleza, yung cellphone mo ngayon na hawak at saka yung number mo is the same number and cellphone? Pero matandaan mo pa yung number mo noon?
Hindi na po sir.
So iba na yung number mo?
Matagal na po yun sir, matagal.
Dahil, okay, that was 2016, so hindi na.
No, sir.
But of course, siguro naman, yung number ni Colonel Garma at the time is a public. Di ba?
Yes sir.
Oh,
Possible
so-
sir, possible.
Ano yon? Ang kanya ba, prepaid o...
I have no idea sir.
The time, are you still using your number since 2016? That was August.
No, Your Honor.
So may bago ka ng cellphone.
Yes, Your Honor.
But yung cellphone mo ba dati, ito I just want to caution you, you're under oath.
Yes, Your Honor.
During the 2016 ba, may prepaid ka ba o ano?
Prepaid lahat po yung phone ko,
Sorry?
Prepaid po lahat ang phone ko, Your Honor.
Prepaid lahat. Yung phone mo.
Yes, Your Honor.
If I can check on sa Smart at saka sa Globe, the time kasi Smart at Globe lang.
Prepaid.
Na indeed you're not using prepaid. Na may postpaid ka.
As far as I remember, prepaid.
Hindi, kaya nga.
Yes.
Simple lang naman tinatanong kita eh. May postpaid ka ba? Wala. Hindi mo matandaan na naman?
So far, wala po akong postpaid
Oh,
during that time, Your
Now,
Honor.
ang sinasabi ko lang po, hindi pwede sa amin dito na hawak-hawak mong cellphone, no? Hindi mo alam kung nagpa-postpaid ka,
Prepaid po, Your Honor.
prepaid. But kung ma-prove ko na you have a postpaid, anong gawin natin?
2016 prepaid po ang phone ko, Your
Hindi nga eh.
Honor.
Sinasabi mo na ngayon, what if I can prove it that you have a postpaid? Anong gawin natin?
Postpaid.
So you're lying. I will cite you in contempt.
No,
This
Mr.
committee-
Chair. Meron pa akong postpaid, may prepaid pa ako.
Yun
but
na nga
during
eh.
that time,
Hindi.
okay.
Sandali.
Yes,
You're not yet
yes, Your
recognized by the
Honor.
chairman. Let me finish first.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Again, sinasabi ko lang po, I just like to warn you, kanina sabi mo prepaid. Na ngayon nang winard kita, sabi mo naman, dalawang ginagamit mo, may postpaid, may prepaid. O ano ba talaga? Do you have a postpaid?
Can I,
No! Just answer me yes or no. Do you have a postpaid or not? None.
nagkaroon po ako ng postpaid
Oh,
at
yun.
prepaid, Mr. Chair.
Oh, yun. Now, postpaid mo ano? Globe o Smart?
Nako po.
Oh, ito na naman, no? Simple na yan. Dalawa lang naman eh. Kasi yung isang telco ngayon, lately lang yan. Ba't hindi mo masagot? Smart or Globe?
I think it's Globe, Mr. Chair.
O Globe? Sigurado ka?
I'm not sure. I think, Mr.
At yan
Chair.
na naman. Pipili ka lang. Colonel Garma, this is now your last chance. Pag ako magtanong, ayusin mo po, please.
Yes, Mr.
Kasi
Chair.
don't force me to cite you in contempt. Kasi yung tanong ko, simpleng-simple lang po. Ako, kahit ever since, alam ko kung anong postpaid ko, kahit 2010 pa, kahit 2001, matandaan ko po kung Smart ba o Globe. Now, again, let me rephrase my question. Ano po, inamin mo na may postpaid kayo, ano po yung postpaid mo?
Both po, meron po akong Globe and Smart.
Oh, mayroon ka Globe and Smart.
During my stay
Okay.
po.
Now, Mr. Chairman, I joined the motion made by Congressman Adjong for the NTC to submit all the calls during the time. August, no, Mr. Chairman, can I amend if,
Please.
yeah, records from 2015 to 2017, Mr. Chairman, because that was the time when it's Congress Chairman ako mamaya. Because during the time 2015 at saka 2017 doon po yung yung Davao model po. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Paduana. Congressman Adjong, please proceed.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I'd like to ask both our resource persons, perhaps this goes to both of you po. Wala naman ho kayong problema, wala naman ho kayong neurological problem or anything like that. Wala naman ho kayong problema sa, you may be suffering from memory loss, selective memory loss, wala naman po, no? Kung tatanungin ko po kayo sa mga previous na mga pangyayari, based doon po sa kanilang affidavit, matatandaan nyo naman po kung anong eksaktong year, kung anong eksaktong circumstance, yung taon na nagsilbi po kayo as CIDG Director sa Davao and you as a Davao City Police. No? Tama po ba?
Yes, Your
Oh,
Honor.
yeah, because as I was following the line of questioning, marami po tayong hindi natatandaan. So I'm just trying to make that very, very clear. I'll start with Commissioner Leonardo. Have you also availed of an optional retirement?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So pareho talaga kayo ni GM Garma.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Kasi, Mr. Chair, I was actually listening to the questions kanina And there seems to be a parallelism, no? Magkapareho talaga. Yung pinoint out ni DSJJ. So both of you served as in the police agency, in law enforcement agency. Both of you have served in the same area. Both of you have landed to a more it's an attractive positions, I would really say. And at a very short period of time. Now, I heard about the word coincidence earlier was mentioned. But you know, Mr. Chair, I don't believe in coincidence if there are close similarities between the two of you. You both have been linked, mentioned in the ICC. Both of you have served in the span of time when the Oplan Tokhang and the double barrel was being implemented aggressively. And both of you also, in the very short span of time, have transferred from one position to another. I was listening earlier, Mr. Chair, to the timeline when current Commissioner Leonardo was appointed as director, and then for a few months, appointed as undersecretary, and after a while, appointed to the commission. Similarly, Police Colonel Rowena Garma decided to avail of the optional retirement in advance and was appointed as general manager. No? The point that I'm trying to say, Mr. Chair, is what they're telling this committee is that everything happened accidentally. Na parang yung affidavits din po nung tatlong si Mr. Fortaleza, si Chief Superintendent Padilla, and si Mr. Tan and Magdadaro are all product of their own imagination. Kasi hindi ho nila pinapatunayan. Do you still maintain that position na hindi ho totoo yung mga affidavits nila? Itong apat na tao na ito na hindi naman magkakamag-anak? Na hindi naman nag-work together? I'll start with you po, Commissioner Leonardo. Do you still say na hindi po totoo yung sa affidavit po na sinaysay na pinirmahan ng apat po na mga resource persons natin dito? You were here, no? Last committee hearing, no?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So would you say na hindi totoo yung sinasabi po nila na yung involvement po ninyo, your name was mentioned in the case of these three for nationals, no, for Chinese nationals who were killed inside the selda. Tama po ba?
Opo, hindi po totoo.
Hindi po
Mr.
totoo.
Chair.
Kayo din po, Police Colonel GM Garma, para sa inyo hindi po totoo yan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hindi po talaga totoo. So, ibig sabihin, gawa-gawa po nila. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kayo po, Commissioner Leonardo, gawa-gawa din po nila ito?
Palagay ko po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Okay, so, yung bilang CIDG, the regional director po, is it part of your jurisdiction to supervise or monitor the Davao Prison Colony?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
Tama, no? Hindi. But your office is closer to how far is the CIDG regional office to Davao Colony?
Estimate lang po, Mr. Chair, probably around 40 to 50 kilometers, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So hindi naman ho kayong hindi pumupunta po kayo doon sa Davao Prison Colony?
Nakapunta po ako doon.
Okay. So sinasabi nga po ninyo na hindi nyo na-meet nyo po ba si Jimmy Fortaleza, si Mr. Magdadaro, Mr. Tan, at saka si Chief Superintendent Padilla?
Nung time na yun, hindi po, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
Kayo po, GM, Garma, kilala niyo po yung dalawa? Si Mr. Tan, Si Mr. Magdadaro?
No, Your Honor.
Si Jimmy Fortaleza lang yung kilala niyo dahil kabok niyo, no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Opo. Paano po, Mr. Chair, Colonel Roy Garma, kilala niyo po si Chief Superintendent Padilla, ng Bucor.
Yeah, I met him, Your Honor.
Ilang beses po?
Once only, Your Honor.
Okay. Pero yung dalawa, hindi niyo po na-meet.
Hindi po, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Mr. Chair, gusto kong tanungin si Leopoldo Tan. Kilala niyo ho ba si Commissioner Leopoldo? Leonardo? Bago po nangyari yung sinasabi niyo pong insidente?
Sa pangalan lang po.
Okay,
Dahil sa...
pero hindi niyo po na-meet.
Hindi po.
Okay. Kayo po, Mr. Magdadaro?
Hindi po namin na-meet po.
Okay. Pero hindi niyo ho siya kilala. Ito yung pangalan na hindi niyo naririnig parate.
Opo.
Okay. Hindi ko natatanungin si Jimmy Fortaleza at saka si Padilla kasi meron natang mga okasyon. What is so confusing, Mr. Chair, is that all of these 4 individuals mentioned these names. At hindi naman pupunta si Commissioner Leonardo. According to him, hindi naman siya bumibisita palagi sa Davao Penal Farm kasi medyo malayo at saka hindi sa jurisdiction niya. Si GM naman, Garma, although kilala niya si Jimmy Fortaleza, ay hindi rin niya kilala itong dalawa. For an average-minded person, how can 4 individuals who don't share rooms together, who don't work together, happens to mention these 2 names? Citing a specific case, a specific circumstance, a specific date. Unless there are a Pulitzer writer na maniniwala ako sa imagination nila, para sa akin, Mr. Chair, it's quite impossible for an ordinary-minded person to come up with the same story. I don't think they are too endowed with their imagination to come up with that kind of story involving specific names, individuals na hindi naman kilala. And what's so striking, Mr. Chair, is that it happened at the height of the Oplan, Tokhang, and subsequently the double barrel. Now, I'd like to ask po, kasi marami pong similarities eh. Hindi ako naniniwala. Ano sabihin pa ba natin na coincidence yung imagination nila, nag-isip-isip silang tatlo? Pare-pareho, nag-corroborate yung kanilang testimonies? I don't think so. That's not a coincidence for me. So, wag nyo na rin pong sabihin na maybe that's all coincidence. So now, I'd like to ask you po, Commissioner Leonardo. Kanina po, tinatanong po kayo kung naging successful ba para sa inyo yung Oplang Tokhang and yung double barrel. Gusto ko lang pong marinig uli sa inyo.
In general po, successful po para
So
sa
pag
akin.
sinabi niyo pong successful, you stick your life to it, you really believe and you really support, no? Pag sinabi mong successful, of course, bakit mo sasabihin successful isang bagay kung hindi ka naman sumusuporta? Tama ho ba?
Tama po.
Okay, so you really support. Kayo po, Colonel Garma, would you say that the war on drugs at that time was really successful?
I don't think so, Mr. Chair.
So you don't think so?
Kasi-
How many deaths again
kasi po-
have we recorded during your stay in Cebu City? You don't think the war on drugs, let's be specific about it because I heard you responding to the question na let's not call it war on drugs because we don't use that. Okay, let's use the terminology under your policy, no, at that time. It's Tokhang, Oplan Tokhang, and Oplan Double Barrel. So which of these 2 policies, no, or yung program Do you think is more successful or both of them are successful?
Mr. Chair, yung tokhang po, parang hindi ko pa naabutan, hindi pa yun, I think, na-implement.
No, it's
It's
okay.
more on police operations and patrol po.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's a fair
Yes, Chair.
response. But I'll give you that. Do you think being part of the previous administration, would you say that it was successful?
As far as my stint in Cebu City as city director, I think it is successful based on the feedback of the people in the community, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, I'll go back to Commissioner Leonardo. Do you also consider the death of these innocent civilians as a sign of success?
Hindi po. Hindi po successful pagka ganun.
Okay. So, let me ask you again. Do you think that the war on drugs of the previous administration is successful or not?
In general po, successful.
No, but you cannot qualify. Kasi ang tinanong kita, do you stick your life to it? Sabi mo, oh, you support that. Now, you are qualifying again. So let me ask you, do you think this collateral damage can just simply set aside? Or, let me ask you again, generally, sabi mo, is it successful? It's a success. But we cannot also discount the fact that there were countless victims, died, innocent civilians. As a police officer, because your motto is to serve and protect, right? Am I correct? And as a commissioner now of NAPOLCOM, I'm sure that before you arrive, the NBank, before you arrive as part of your job, kaya nga tinatanong ko kung may selective amnesia ka kasi na mahirap po pag hindi mo natatandaan yung mga facts at yung mga dates kasi importante po yan sa trabaho mo. Hindi ho ba? Na before you arrive into adopt a resolution of the NBank, you really have to look at the data because you're like a quasi-judicial because you are rendering decision on the police officers that are facing administrative cases, right? So, tanungin kita, do you think the death of these civilians is a barometer or a measurement of the success of what you just said and admitted itong tokhang?
Hindi po.
Okay.
Hindi.
Sir Chair, the reason why I'm pointing that out because unang-una, kung babalikan po natin yung mga kasagutan ni Colonel Garma at saka Commissioner Leonardo, dahil mukhang lahat ito ay gawa-gawa daw ng kanilang katanghisip ng apat na ito at coincidence lahat. Kung titingnan natin po yung parallel na yung career path po nila, I don't think it's a coincidence. I think there's a reason why both of you were preferred over any other possible individuals who are, sorry to say, who are more qualified than in the case when the time that you were appointed as a director of the biodiversity. There are qualified individuals, a pool of experts that are more qualified with expertise, experience to the position, and yet you were chosen. And after how many months, you were then moved up to as a undersecretary of DNR. And subsequently now, you landed as one of the commissioners of the NAPOLCOM. And also, in the career path of Colonel Garma, both of them, by the way, availed of the optional retirement advance, the same case. I think both of you are preferred. I think both of you are favorably chosen. And both of you also supported the war on drugs. And both of you have said that it is successful. And unfortunately, Mr. Chair, with all due respect, Commissioner Leonardo and GM Garma, these 4 resource persons here, we have already established that it's impossible for them to come out with the same detailing, same instance, mentioning the same names, na unang-una kayo mismo nagsabi, imposibleng kilala nila kayo, imposibleng nagkaka-interact kayo. Alam po, mahirap pong paniwalaan yung ganun eh. Yung biglang may isip lang nila, hindi, baka itong person na ito nangyari. I mean, all of these affidavits corroborated each other. So, my point, Mr. Chair, is that I think your position now, and I'm sorry to say this, but this is my personal take. You were given that position precisely because you have done something that actually is worthy of, I don't know, from the previous administration's point of view. Na worthy kayo bigyan ng ganyan. I'm sorry to say, but there are many of the official, marami pong pool of experts, but the question really is, bakit po kayo? And to me, the only explanation that I can derive at, after listening to all your responses, I think you're preferred. And I think the positions that you have handled, with all due respect, yes, nag-serve po kayo sa gobyerno, and you may be decorated officers, but those are not just the primary consideration. I think the primary consideration is because you have supported the war on drugs, and you are preferred. Kasi pareho po yung track ng inyong profession and career. That's all, Mr. Speaker, and thank you very much for the opportunity. Maraming salamat po din sorry.
Thank you, Congressman Adjong.
Sorry, I just want to be official. I-address ko lang po. Dean ng Lasal. Yes. Si Dean Jokno po. Attorney Jokno and Tony Conti. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Adjong. Additional question lang kay Colonel Leonardo. Colonel, you have not stated the reason why you opted for an early retirement. Can you state for the record, ano yung reason ba't ka nag-retire na maaga?
In view of my appointment as Undersecretary, Mr. Chair.
So you were appointed first before you resigned.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
So hindi yung kagaya kay Colonel Garma
Yes.
na active service siya, nag-apply siya, hinihintay niya na mapalitan yung Balutan, General Balutan. So yung sa inyo, nag-resign na kayo.
Pagka-appoint po sa akin, automatic po, considered resign po ako sa PNP, Mr. Chair.
So did you not think twice about accepting the position na alam mo naman na coterminus lang yan compared dun sa position na colonel ka na, pwede kang magkaroon ng estrella, maging general ka soon because of your sterling record in the Philippine National Police, di ba? So hindi ka ba nagdalawang isip nung in-offer sa iyo yung pagiging USEC na kailangan mo mag-resign? Sayang yung karir mo sa ilang taong karir mo na binuhos sa Philippine National Police. Hindi ka ba nagdalawang isip doon?
Nagdalawang isip din po, Mr. Chair.
Bukod dyan, wala na ibang rason kung bakit ka nag-retire.
Wala na po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige. Thank you. Salamat. So, Congressman Dan Fernandez, your favorite
Chair.
motion?
Nakatanggap kami ng lead data kay General Bakay on those drug lords na napatay. Nakalagay po doon, I do not know if you have these listings also currently, no? Meron drug lord, ayan, meron drug lord, merong financier, merong maintainer, merong operator, merong pusher, merong user. Meron po ba kayo, General Mata, meron po ba kayo ng ganitong klaseng data? Na-validate po ba nyo ito?
I haven't seen
Meron ba
that,
kayo ganitong klaseng data?
What we have in our data, sir, is HBI list of drug personalities.
Ano po yung
High value individual and street level individual.
Hindi, ito, kompleto po ito eh. Paki-ano lang po sa amin, tanong mo ha? O, sinubmit po ito.
Yes,
General
sir.
Bakay sa
Yes, sir.
amin.
I will
Ito
look
po
into
yung
that.
mga napatay, died in police operations from July 1, 2016 to June 30, 2022. Ang drug lord, ang napatay 21. Ang financier, ang napatay 9. Ang maintainer, ang napatay 18. Ang operator, ang napatay 12. Ang pusher, ang napatay 7,173. Ang user, napatay din 440. A total of 7,640. Meron po ba kayong ganitong listahan? Hindi
Yes,
po
Your
yung
Honor.
died in police operations, pero na-revalidate nyo itong mga listahan na ito at active pa ho ito at nasa kulungan ba ito o nakasuhan po ito? Meron ba kayong
meron.
kanya listahan?
Meron po, Your Honor.
Pakisubmit nyo po sa amin na listahan kung meron kayo.
Yes, Your Honor, sir.
Kinakailangan po, yung talagang,
Actually, our list is included already in that list you have, sir.
I don't think so.
Consolidated.
No, hindi pa. I don't think so. Sapagkat ito hanggang June 30, 2022 to eh. Ang kailangan namin ngayon, yung pong ganitong klaseng category, pero validated, kinasuhan, nakakulong, at awol. Yun po ang gusto namin malaman.
Yes, Your Honor, sir.
Tulad po nito, General Mata, ang sinabit po sa amin ni Colonel Espinido, recapitulation of PRRD's list. Meron po ba kayo nito?
Yes, Your
Nakalagay po,
Honor. Yes.
elected public officials, validated, what's listed? 12. For validation, 1. Killed, 5. Ano itong ayun DUI. Under investigation, 1. Arrested, 2. Surrendered, 4. 12 cases at large, 1. May civilians, 132. Ang what was listed. PNP personnel, 52. Meron po ba kayo ng ganitong listahan?
Yes, Your Honor, sir.
Pwede bang pakisubmit nyo sa amin
We
tulad
will-
ng
we
ginawa
will-
po ni Colonel Espinido?
Yes, sir. We will submit.
Pwede rin po ba, Colonel Marcos? Meron po kayong listahan yan.
Wala po akong listahan, Mr. Chair.
Wala kayong listahan ganito.
Wala
Paano
po.
nyo masasabihin sa may listahan kayo?
Yung sinabi ko po kanina, yung tungkol po sa ginagawang validation ng PRO 8 na which I attend regularly. Dinidiscuss po yan ng committee kung sino po yung mga nakalista na drug lords.
May listahan
drug
kayo doon sa SOC Sergeant, di ba? Si IDG Chief kayo doon eh. Mr. Chair.
Sa ngayon po, Mr. Chair, ang CIDG do not maintain already a list of drug personality because
Why?
operation on illegal drugs is already not part of our mandate. Since 2008.
Meron ng isang ahensya sa PNP tulad ninyo na nag-ooperate sa drugs.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr.
DJ
Chairman.
Lasso. DJ Lasso, Mr. Chair.
Yes, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
Pwede po ba nabigyan nyo kami listahan din sa inyo na nabanggit ko?
Can I say something, Mr. Chairman?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Ito po yung problema natin sa droga. Kasi po, wala po tayong watch list. Wala, kanya-kanya po kami. Kaya yung format ninyo, iba dun sa format nila.
Eh bakit itong kay Colonel Speedo merong watchlisted?
Meron, Mr. Chairman, there is. Pero when I took over as PIDEA, I wanted to look at a national watch list wherein all the
DJ Lasso, mayroon pang sinasabi, yan ang sinasabi namin dito, na nakakawala ang ibang mga drug bust ninyo at nabalitaan pa namin na kung kayo, PNP, PIDEA, nakahuli ng 1,000 kilograms, ang nire-report lamang si media 200. Totoo ba yon?
it can happen, Your Honor.
Oh, it can happen. It can happen. It's not only it can happen, DJ Lasso. It is happening. It
Yes,
is
Your
happening. Oh.
Yes, Your Honor.
At ibinebenta ng mga pulis natin ang mga nakuha nilang mga drugs. Na ang tanong ko ganito, kaya kinakailangan, DJ Lasso, meron po kayong listahan yan. What's listed for validation, arrested, surrendered, nawawala o kinakasuhan. You have to have a list of that para malaman po natin ito. Pwede po ba, DJ Lasso?
Your Honor, that is why I was calling the office. We have scheduled a national workshop involving all the agencies of government that have holdings on narcotics.
Involving all the agencies,
Yes.
law enforcement agencies.
Not only law enforcement.
Do you think the Philippine National Police will attend?
They are invited to attend.
They are invited.
In fact,
They should be directed to attend because you're the lead agency for drugs.
Yes,
They should be directed to attend, Mr. Chair, because you are the lead agency on drugs.
Yes, they must
They
attend.
should not only be invited. General Mata, do you agree with that? General Mata, you should be directed to attend because they're the lead agency. Do you agree with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, therefore, the PIDEA will hold a, what do you call that?
It's a
A summit.
national drug summit, Mr. Chairman.
And therefore, if you are directed to attend, you're going to attend, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir. We are always attending.
All right,
If
so
ever
he
we
is
are
promising.
invited, Your Honor.
Kailan po mangyayari yan?
September 23, 24, and 25.
Pag
Mr.
hindi
Chairman.
nangyari yan, pakisabi nyo sa amin.
Sir, they will be attending because we are following the PNP just conducted their regional summits all over the country.
Mr. Chair, the reason why, until now, can you imagine the war on drugs that the former president promised to solve in 6 months took him 6 years, and in the process killed more than 36,000 people. Now, we still have drugs today. Wala pang 1,000 napapatay. General Mata, am I right?
Yes.
Pero nakakahuli
Mr. Chair,
kayo.
Yes.
Now, bakit? Bakit? Palagay ko, ang karamihan dito, Mr. Chair, mga kapulisan to. Nahuhuli nyo, pero hindi lahat ng inyong nahuhuli ay talagang nasasakotin ninyo. Ibig sabihin, merong nakakawala diyang mga drugs, Mr. Chair. Kaya meron pa rin drugs eh. Kaya sinasabi ko, while Colonel Espinido here said, at sinabi po niya na siya humingi ng paumanhin na sinabi niya na ang Philippine National Police ay biggest criminal organization. Oo, nagpaumanhin siya. Hindi totoo. Sa akin, mukhang totoo. Until otherwise, DJ Lasso, General Mata, until otherwise, you truly address the drug problem in this country and stop it, maniniwala po ako that the Philippine National Police holds the biggest drug syndicate in this country. Mr. Chair, Colonel Leonardo, sabi niya may listahan kayo ng mga drugs watch list, hindi ba? Kailan yon? Panahon nyo o ngayon?
Nung panahon po namin, Mr.
Therefore, nung panahon nyo, ano po yung, nung kayo station commander ba o ano?
Meron po nung station commander ako, meron din po nung ako'y
CIDG.
CIDG po.
Ayun, CIDG po kayo ng ano?
Sa Davao City, Combal, Del Sur.
So meron kayo listahan.
Meron naman po lahat, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Gusto nga yung malaman dito kung sino yung current na kapalit ninyo sa CIDG. Mr. Chair, I would like to air a warning to each of you in the Philippine National Police. The moment nakaamoy kami na merong involved sa drugs, ang ilang mga police officers namin, papatawag po namin dito. Papatawag po namin dito. Papatawarin namin, pero ipoprosecute namin. Ayos ba yun? Nakalagay sa Bible yun.
Oo nga eh.
Hindi kayo maaari makatakas sa prosecution. Pagpapatawad, okay. Pero I would like to air a warning, Mr. Chair. The moment na kami ay makaamoy na merong Philippine National Police personnel na involved dito sa drugs na ito, ipapatawag namin dito at isasama namin sa investigasyon, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Bante. Congressman Fernandez.
Okay, so maraming pong salamat. Maganda naman po yung ating pinag-uusapan and I hope that the PNP organization, no, kasi a while ago I was a bit confused about this list, no? Merong list si Esperido, may list sa PIDEA, wala silang list. So I was in a quandary dahil nga since na para bang magulo po yung listahan, so medyo confusing. And I think I must agree also with the Chairman Bante in so much as the real situation of our organization. Yung ating pong mga kapulisan ay at stake in here. So they must be also truthful because there are these hypotheses that was mentioned by our chairman with regards to these drugs that are being apprehended by our PIDEA. And then suddenly mawawala and then we have to subject our PNP organization in a cleansing scheme that we are starting right now. I hope that there will be a reset, Mr. Chairman, because our country need badly the change that need to be done. And with that, Mr. Chairman, before I move for the suspension, Mr. Chairman, may we allow to invite the former mayor of Iloilo, Mayor Jed Mabilog, and at the same time, we invite also, a while ago, Chairman Abante moved to invite the chief CIDG NCR, and I told him that the chief NCRPO was Tartates. I was wrong. So it is Colonel Noel Alino, no, chief CIDG ng NCR. So we will be inviting him in the next hearing. And with that,
Mr. Chair, I also would like to invite sana the former General Peralta and the former General Medina to this hearing because I believe they have something to say.
Former CIDG yun, Chairman Abante, I think.
Chairman, just for the information of the Honorable Committee, ang understanding ko po, ano man information, the new CIDG sa NCRPO has just been assigned. No, so better we will also invite the previews kasi I think siguro mga isang buwan o 2 buwan pa lang yung CIDG. Kaya kilala mo yun, di ba? Kilala mo yung CIDG ngayon na naka-assign si NCRPO? Kilala mo?
Pakiulit po, Mr. Chair. Pasensya na po.
Hindi, kilala mo. Nagbubulungan nga kayo eh.
Opo. Hindi po, meron po kami.
Kilala mo si Bong Alinyo?
Bong Alinyo.
Yeah, Colonel Bong Alinyo. He was just assigned as CIDG NCRPO. His name was mentioned to be invited, but okay, Mr. Chairman, Class 98 siya eh. Di ba? Class 98. You're not familiar?
Parang familiar po, Alillo.
Familiar ka?
Familiar po.
Okay.
Marami
Anyway,
po
Mr.
kayo.
Chairman, while we will invite Colonel Alinio in the next hearing, we should also invite the previous. Kasi ang kailangan natin dito, yung nakaraan, kasi if my memory serves me right, siguro wala pang 2 buwan na naka-assign si Colonel Alinio sa CIDG NCRPO. And I do not know who is the previous CIDG. Colonel Marcos, do you know the CIDG NCRPO? Prior to the assignment of Colonel Alinio?
Si Colonel Ana po yung last na
Sorry?
Colonel Ana po yung last na pagkaalam ko na CIDG NCR, kaya lang there were turnover 2 days ago.
2 days ago lang.
O nagpalit-palitan po.
So, Colonel Ana was relieved sa NCRPO, pinalitan ni Bong Alinio.
Parang-
Tama.
Opo.
So, we'll invite Colonel Ana siguro on the next hearing, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman, 12 hours na po tayo na nag-hearing.
Senior Deputy Speaker,
The mind is what?
Senior Deputy Speaker.
Mr.
before we close, before
Mr.
we
Chair.
suspend,
Can I be
Mr.
recognized?
Chairman, before we end, before we suspend, sa mga nanonood po, sa mga ating kababayan at sa buong mundo ngayon, napaka-importante po nitong ginagawa natin ngayon. Nandito po kami 9:15 in the morning. 9:40 na po. Isipin mo, may 12 hours na po dito sa ating hearing. Napaka-importante. That's why we formed this Quadcom, headed by our chairman, Ace Barbers, ang ating chairman ng Dangerous Drugs. Kanina, sabi natin, ang pag-uusapan natin is only EJK, that is human rights. Nandito si Chairman Benny. At yung POGO, we will tackle it next week. And the public order and safety, and the public accounts. And this is for the first time in the history, this 19th Congress will make an history. We will reshape our country. Tulungan niyo po kami, mga kawani natin sa gobyerno, my fellow workers in government. We will lead to reshape this country for our young and future generation. Diniscuss po natin kanina, drugs. Kanina, EJK. Pag nagbenta ka ng drugs, mapupunta sa pagbili ng mga lupa. That's number 2. Number 3, pag nakabili ka ng drugs, nagbenta ka ng drugs, ng droga, mag-aaway kayo, magpapatayan kayo. That is EJK. Number 4, pag marami na kayong pera, mamimili po kayo ng lupa, hindi nyo alam kung saan nyo dadalhin yung mga pera nyo na nakita nyo dito sa droga. In summation of all of this is the Quadcom. So, Father, ano pa si Father? Si Bishop, andito pa. Kami po, we are the members of 19th Congress with my fellow congresspersons. Nagpapasalamat po kami. Napaka-importante po nitong Quadcom na to. On that note, maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman, to the co-chairman, and to our resource persons. Magandang gabi pong lahat sa ating lahat.
Thank you, SDS Gonzales. Yes, do you want
Can
to
I
say...
be recognized, Mr. Chair?
Okay,
I would like to answer the question raised by Congressman Paduano, Mr. Chair.
sige.
Ano po?
Which question? Ang daming question.
Ang daming question kasi ng mga congressman kanina. It is only my question. Ngayon, pag Ms. Garma, you can file a motion, but you have to stay here muna. You can file a motion. Kasi tatagal tayo dito. Believe you me. Kasi kanina tinanong na kita, yung states mo pa lang na travel, mali yung sinagot mo sa akin.
No,
Mali. I will give
Mr.
you,
Chair,
in the next hearing, Mr. Chairman, in the next hearing, tatanungin kita ulit kung sasabihin mo ng totoo.
Mr. Chair, I'm telling the truth, Mr. Chair, in my mother's grave. Yung travel ko sa States, sinabi ko na po ang totoo. I don't even know the answer why my visa was invalidated by...
Hindi lang yung visa, Miss Garma. Alam mo kung bakit ka pinigil.
No,
Alam.
Mr. Chair, I do not know, Mr.
Anyway,
Chair.
Mr. Chairman, if I ask her...
Mr. Chair, if you, I will be proven,
Point of order, Mr.
Wait,
Chair.
wait, wait.
na
Point
I'm
of order.
lying.
1 minute suspension.
I'm not lying. Yung...
Please address
Why
the
did I
chair
lie on my travels,
when you
Mr.
reply to
Chair?
the question asked by a member, okay? And ano mo lang, clarify mo lang ulit ang iyong gustong sabihin. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Hearing is resumed.
I wanted to answer the questions, Mr. Chair. I have a daughter waiting for me who attempted to kill herself 3 times. I cannot leave her, Mr. Chair. She's waiting for me. She attempted 3 times, Mr. Chair. That is why I cannot leave her. Now, I will answer all your questions, Mr. Chair. With regards to my travels, that's the real answer. I do not know why my visa was canceled, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
Okay.
You can validate that if magtanong kayo sa Japan kung bakit they didn't give me the exact answer.
I think Congressman Paduano has asked several questions to you, GM Garma. Not just about your trip to Japan. So it seems that they have not answered his questions, and you appear to be evading the questions that he is asking. And
Yes.
that is the reason why you were cited in contempt.
Yes, Mr. Chair, may I make a statement? That's why I'm appealing to answer. But as stated by the Honorable Congressman, Mr. Chair, he said that I was not telling the truth about my travel these days. But that's the truth. If that is the only reason, isa lang yan, ano pa yung other questions that I will answer? But with regards to my travel sa States, last travel, yun po ang totoong nangyari sa amin ng anak ko sa Japan. I do not know why my visa was invalidated according to that lady in Japan.
Mr. Chairman, to be clear, he was not contented because of that question of mine, because of the travel. And in fact, hindi ko na nga pinurso kasi it is all about the question being raised to you by the members. And you're evading the question. It is not all about your travel in the US. Eh, hindi pa nga ako tapos dun eh. Sa totoo lang po, travel in the US, hindi pa ako tapos dun. I tell you. You were cited in contempt because you're evading question from the very start by the members of this committee. Not because may question about your US travel. And ang totoo noon, hindi pa ako tapos doon. Ms. Garma, akala mo yun lang? Hindi pa ako tapos doon. And I will prove you in the next hearing. Pag hindi ka nagsabi ng totoo, I will prove to you that you're lying. Doon lang muna. Kung yun lang yung gusto mong pag-usapan, yung travel mo sa US, if you will not tell the truth in the next hearing, I have all the proof with me. Hiningaan lang kita kanina, hindi mo maibigay.
With the,
Kung online ngayon, dapat may record ka eh. Di ba?
Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chairman.
okay, Congressman ako first. Sige.
I think the resource person does not have any recourse with us anymore, simply because we have decided. If you look around, we do not have any quorum already to decide whether we would withdraw the contempt order or not. So I think the recourse left for the gentle lady is that either she files a motion for reconsideration or she goes to the court. I think her lawyer knows that. Kasi hindi na po tayo dahil nag-decide na po yung buong committee kanina. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman.
And with
Ako. Yes, that is true that we have already decided, and if you want to question the decision of the committee, you can either question this before a court or file a motion for recon before the Quadcom. And we will certainly entertain the motion. But since the committee has already decided, and Congressman Fernandez
Yeah.
is
About to
signaling
move.
to me to
Yeah.
give him the floor, and now I
Yes.
give you the floor.
With the indulgence of, we sympathize with you, Colonel Rohina Garma, no? But of course, we have already decided, and the proper recourse is to apply for a motion for reconsideration. And with in relation to your daughter na sinasabi mo po, can you kindly give us a no, I mean the certificate, no? Kasi we really don't know, no? We will be asking, the sergeant at arms to fetch, yung anak niya para to be with her. Para at least ay makita natin yung kalagayan ng kanyang anak. So with that, Mr. Chairman, I think it is just right for us to bring the child in here para makasama po ni Colonel Garma, yung kanya po anak. Yun lang po, Mr. Chairman. And I move to suspend this Quadcom hearing till the next hearing will be scheduled.
There is a motion to suspend, duly seconded. Hearing no objection, this committee hearing is suspended.